Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. Deck boats, fishing boats, pontoon boats, new boats, used boats, boats for family fun, or boats for the outdoorsman. You get all of those options under one roof and on one location because they got a huge lot beside the building with the roof. You get it all at Madisonville Marine. No one else in East Tennessee can be that kind of one-stop shopping for you. So don't go to this store to look at this type of boat and that store to look at that type of boat. Check them all out under one roof. Madisonville Marine, there's no better place to buy a boat. All right, back with Mark Pankratz and Mike Strange. Let me put up a graphic here quickly, just some preview of what we got this week. Tennessee, Tuesday at 7 o'clock, they got Arkansas coming in here. They're 10-5, 1-2 in the SEC. Win over A&M, losses to Florida and LSU. Saturday at 2 o'clock, Alabama, also 10-5, also 1-2 in the SEC. Their win was at home against Kentucky, pretty good. Losses to LSU and Texas A&M. You see the numbers underneath. That's just kind of their averages for the year, and on the bottom, that's Tennessee's averages. So you can do a little comparison as I asked Mark and Mike about Arkansas first. Type of matchup for the Volunteers.
Arkansas, although they've lost 5 games, they've lost their combined by 19 points. So every game that they lose is close. 2 of them which have been OT. Gafford, their big guy inside, NBA lottery pick. They've got a point guard, Harris, that Arkansas has always been dictating tempo, and they're going to try to do that, ugly it up, and it'll be a challenging game for Tennessee.
All right, and then Mike.
Well, I was just saying, Arkansas beat Tennessee last year in Fayetteville, of course, but it seems to me that they lost some backcourt guys, didn't they?
They did, and I think Tennessee will play some zone. Both of these matchups play some zone to offset Gafford, and then to be able to stop their penetration.
How dangerous is Alabama that comes in next Saturday?
I really like Alabama. They've been up and down. Obviously, they've beaten Kentucky. Losing yesterday to Texas A&M was a surprise. But again, really good guard play. They've been beat up a little bit with some interior guys. But I think Alabama is going to be a challenging game for Tennessee because of their guard play.
Yeah, I think this is a game Tennessee is fortunate to be playing in Knoxville instead of Tuscaloosa. I like Alabama. They don't have the most talent in the league, but I think they've got a pretty good roster, and on a given night, they could beat anybody.
We talked about going on the road in the SEC and how it's difficult in Tennessee. You know, almost got caught last night before that late run to put it away. Tennessee, though, there's one thing when the Vol basketball is rolling, the fans make this. I mean, look, nobody's ever better than Rupp. Right? Kentucky's just the toughest place in the world. Memorial at Vanderbilt, they can get into it there, but right now, the way the crowd has been supporting UT, the way they do the pregame, get everybody into it, where does this rank in terms of a home court advantage in the league right now? Second only to Rupp, if that?
I think right now, Tennessee's is the best because
ahead of Rupp. Okay.
Ahead of Rupp because our fan base is starving for success, and that environment. Kentucky's got a little bit of that Alabama football type, Clemson football stuff where they've been winning so long it's kind of expected. Whereas Tennessee, they are starving for it. So I think our home court advantage is best in the league.
I just think it's an incredibly difficult challenge for Arkansas and Alabama. I think you're right. Obviously, if you're going there, they got a better shot. But I think that's very difficult for those guys to come in here. We talk about this Tennessee team's probably going to lose a game at some point. You're not going to go 18-0 in the league. There's a chance they go 9-0 at home, though. Somebody's going to have to do some work to come in here and get a win at Thomas-Boling, I think.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Well, I do think the other side of it, going on the road sometimes, where you go to Starkville or you go to some of those places that are dead, sometimes those can be just as hard to play in as those that you come into, and the fans are jumping. It's really exciting. Sometimes players get up for that a little bit easier than they going to Starkville or going to Ole Miss, and it's dead, although Ole Miss has it rolling.
Yeah, they do. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. Who's looking good in the SEC? Surprises. Is the league as good as it was expected to be? We'll discuss all that a little bit later with Mark. Coming up next, though, Jim Chaney. A little bit more information on him. Is Tennessee going to use him the right way? We don't know if he's quarterback coach yet. If they don't use him as quarterback coach, is that a wasted opportunity? We'll discuss. Come on back.